So welcome back. This is the second part of the exploration into what inner work could mean for you. And if you remember in the first video, the invitation was to explore what this idea of turning your attention inwards and doing the inner work could really mean for you. And we're trying to sort of dispel the myth that work is hard and something you have to put a lot of effort into. So in this video, what I'd like to do is just encourage you to explore what I would call the engine room. So it's the mind, getting to know the mind. That's a key part of this thing of inner work. You know, you wouldn't drive a car without regular servicing and MOTs, just to check everything was in working order and to make the tweaks that need to be made to keep it running well. But yet we move through life without placing nearly the same amount of care and attention on the mind and the body. So this idea of the mind being the engine room, it's like, you know, when you take your car to the garage for any sort of work that you might be doing on it, the car has to stop. You have to put the brakes on, and the mechanic needs to lift the bonnet up and look underneath. And that's really what inner work is all about. We need to pause. Many of us move through life so quickly that we don't have the opportunity to really see what's going on. So the first part of the inner work journey is being willing to, and then giving yourself the opportunity to pause. That's all. Just pause. Just stop. In the midst of your day, which is often when it's most challenging, but when it's most beneficial, is to just pause. And maybe all you do is take a few really conscious breaths. So you just allow yourself to breathe and notice just the feeling of breathing. Just pause. Maybe you just take a few minutes and you sit in silence. You sit looking out the window. You know, it might be that it turns into meditation for you, which is what I do as a daily practice, and it's so beneficial because it kind of gets us out of the busy thinking mind, which is where we spend a lot of our day, and kind of just allows a different level of awareness to open up. And so this first part of the inner work journey is just building that into the day. If you do nothing else, that is a key part of the inner work, is pausing. Noticing what happens when you pause. Noticing that the mind goes into lots of thinking very often. Often there's patterns in that thinking that you can start to get to know. And the key thing is not to react to any of it. So giving yourself permission and just saying to that busy, chattering mind, I'm just taking a few minutes here. I'm just pausing, just breathing, just looking out the window, whatever it might be. So give yourself some time to really do a bit of an MOT on yourself, to put the brakes on, lift up the bonnet and just go, okay, there's nothing to do here. But just in pausing like this, I'm doing so much good for myself. And whatever I go on to do after this pause is going to come from a place of kind of renewed awareness about what's really going on in the mind. So give that a go, and I'll see you on the third step for the third video.